Change of leadership. To be effective, modern leaders must develop a wide range of essential skills and make a commitment to listen and to learn. By Jessica Muddett. Article begins. The leaders we admire and look up to possess many enviable qualities, including the ability to listen, problem solve, and plan, along with a high degree of integrity, compassion, and empathy. For leadership expert Zara Pryor, the most important quality in a leader is their capacity for self reflection. This is what enables them to positively influence others in a variety of situations. Zara Pryor explains a leader is decisive, yet also reflective. There'll be difficult decisions that must be made urgently, without the luxury of time, before all the facts become apparent. They also need to have the ability to stop and reflect in retrospect on the decision that was made, knowing that it was the best decision at the time, but to also recognize any learnings. Sarah Sheehan, consultant and executive coach, agrees and says leaders foster a culture of trust in their teams by apologizing when a mistake has been made and giving advance notice of potential issues on the horizon. She says they understand the give and take involved in relationships. They create confidence in others. Creating trust is complex, and once it's broken, it's not quickly restored. Zara Pryor cites former New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern as a model of great leadership in the wake of the Christchurch massacre of 2019, when a lone gunman opened fire on two mosques during prayer, injuring 40 people and killing 51. Pryor says she was quick to condemn the perpetrator, but also to lead with empathy and compassion. Her priority at the time was to support the community, who was the most adversely affected by what took place. The next day, she met with Muslim leaders in Christchurch and she said to them, notably, "Our time is for you to determine." Zara Pryor adds she gave power to them instead of having power over them. Sometimes the most courageous act in leadership is admitting when you simply do not have all the answers. There are many inspiring against the odds leadership success stories about people who rose to power from humble beginnings. Former US President Barack Obama is a frequently cited example. Obama's father was a teenage goat herder in rural Kenya who won a scholarship to study in the US and eventually became a senior economist in the Kenyan government. Raised by a single parent of modest means, Obama built his political success on grassroots support. Unlike previous US presidents, Obama's campaigns relied on small donations. In 2007, Obama reportedly raised 22% of his 96.7 million US dollar campaign funds from donors whose contributions amounted to 200 US dollars or less. In 2011, that number was placed as even higher at 48%, with Obama's fundraising power concentrated in his email list of 13 million supporters. While Obama's powerhouse charisma and ability to inspire others are undeniably rare, even on the world stage, Zara Pryor believes that leadership is a teachable skill. I believe that leaders are made, not born, and that you can teach people to become better leaders, she says. However, aspiring leaders need to be willing to put in the effort. It takes a desire to want to be a better leader. It takes work. It takes being knocked back. It also probably takes your ego being bruised a few times as you make the wrong call. You have to dust yourself off and keep going, Pryor says. To Sheehan, leadership is a mixture of nature and nurture, with nature being the exception rather than the rule. She says, while it is possible for a leader to be born, the overwhelming majority of leaders are developed by a mentor who cared about them and wanted to help them grow. According to recent research, the somewhat intangible quality of positive energy also needs to be consciously cultivated. It suggests that the positive energy a leader brings, over and above influence and information sharing, is what gives them the greatest influence on a team. Dr. Susie Green, CEO and founder of the Positivity Institute, which runs leadership development and coaching programs, says positive energizers, rather than energy vampires, uplift people through their interactions. They make people feel known and heard, and they engage in a range of virtuous behaviors such as kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. Zara Pryor often advises her clients to make a habit out of journaling because it helps with mindfulness. The content matters little, she says. Simply pick up a pen and begin writing down your thoughts, safe in the knowledge that your reflections are for your eyes only. She says it is about understanding the internal workings of your brain and what comes up when you reflect on the day or what you are looking forward to tomorrow. Generally, the self reflection that comes out of that will help you become a better leader of your people. Sheehan has observed that one of the biggest challenges for organizations in the era of hybrid working is finding opportunities to develop future leaders, as much of the face to face time has been replaced by highly structured meetings and less chances to observe senior personnel. She suggests starting a mentoring program to nurture high performers and junior staff with excellent potential. It could include a one on one match, group sessions, or peer to peer support. Regardless of whether it is formal or informal, our minimum time frame should be 6 months so that the mentee gains a fuller picture of their mentor. Sheehan says the return on investment is significant because a promotion from within leads to an increase in employee engagement as well as higher returns.